My content is for 13 and up, or don't click into the product. In my original review of the Light Ignite Bay Stadium, we went over the Light Ignite Stadium. I made my criticism that the lights weren't that effective because they were very limited in their selection and what's being actually lit. So, with help from my father, we modded this Bay Stadium. So let's see the behind the scenes, then do some battles. So here we are showing off the Light Ignite Stadium. So obviously, as we can see here, there are a total of 6 lights. However, what's the issue with this stadium that we always point out? Nothing else. There's no other lights, so it's only lighting on one specific section. So what we're gonna do is taking out the screws, right, to disassemble.
Upgrade with these lights.
So we're gonna modify it, and we're gonna be adding new lights that are going to help not only with the stadium, but also give it proper lighting around.
All the way around.
All the way around. That way the bays can be properly seen, and it's better than the cheap thing that Hasbro did. Now ready for the next part. We have this part of the stadium that we already unscrewed. Now this is obviously where all the stuff gets wired into.
All the lights.
All the lights, so they can actually work.
And these, the 3 batteries.
And then after the 3 batteries,
we're gonna connect to one of like this.
So more powerful.
But because we're gonna put better lights.
Yeah, because we're connecting it to that, so it's gonna be for stronger and better lights. So we're gonna use that, apply to that, put it on that, then better stadium. As you can see, the extracted old lights right there. Now, we have longer cables on here. Okay, new lights set up for powerful and better use. Our battery source right there. Gonna do some wiring. Hopefully this works out, but for a better stadium, this is what we want. So here we have the stadium here. Now what we are doing is replacing, the first step is replacing the old lights with new lights. So you can see right here, these are new lights set up. We've got a different box set up. And for the switch, if I turn it on, it goes on. So the whole purpose of this is to upgrade. There's the first step, which is replacing the old lights. And with the Hasbro circuit board right here, we're connecting this to our own battery. These are like the old little cheap Hasbro lights right here, the cheap bro lights, right? We have the zankye lights, which you can see bigger. Obviously, we're trying to shine a little bit better. And the whole purpose now after this, after when we get this set up and we're working with it, is so that it can work. Next up, the stadium is now set up. With all the lights there, we've got batteries set up around the stadium. We've got hooks on there so the lights stay together. And yeah, this looks pretty nice. We have a battery that's on the top to hold it. It's a different from the one before. And then after you can see, with all the lights turned on, all the switches, it is illuminating. So we have the stadium set up. First set of lights on here. Then the second set of lights all the way there. That way, when it's set up, looks very nice. We can see right here. So going over, we have our first one, which is Twister Pandora. We got some other bays here for kind of how they react to it. Really, these are just like the base lights. Then after, we're gonna get our top UV black light. That way, they react a little bit more. They are acting a little bit, so you see some of these details work pretty well. We've got Comet, Basilisk, and Whirl Knight for our first sets here. Let's see how they do. And we'll get a left and we'll get a right battling against each other. That way it looks really nice. And yeah, these lights are just to help really illuminate it. That way the stadium doesn't just look really awkward if it's on one section, and it feels a little bit better since they're coming from the top, pushing down onto the main floor. Very nice. Of course, we have our main bay from this set, which obviously will look really nice in kind of the lights here. We got Ruined Pandemonium. We got Twister Pandora. Let's see how Ruin does in this stadium. hopefully does all right. And we'll throw in another one before I get the big UV black light, and yeah, we'll see how much better it is with double the lighting. Here we got Ruined Pandemonium. We got Bolt Spryzen now. At least it sets up the atmosphere for this stadium as we look at it so nicely. So now with the stadium set up, let's see what these things look like. And very nice on the glowing effect here. Some of these will look a little bit better than the others, but yeah, these ones look very, very cool. We got some of these for how they react. Some of these are a little bit better than others. A few more than before. Alrighty, we got our first one set up. Ultimate EVO versus Ruin. You can see the bays are going at it here. And Ruin. Alright, I want to see some exciting rounds here. Oh my god! What an explosive hit! Divine Knight, Gambit. Gambit goes for some big hits here. Okay, we've got Whirl. And we've got Flame. So it's kind of stalling around, giving a few hits to Whirl where it matters. It's trying to hold out, but it's unfortunately failing greatly. And Whirl takes the victory. Hydra Kerbeus against Comet Basilisk. Very good hits here. Oh, they're going at it head to head right now in this stadium. Okay, they're starting to slow down quite a bit. Who gets it? We got Helios against Hyperion. No, mainly what shines here is their green. And I guess part of Helios and its driver. Hyperion comes near the end. It's trying to equalize as it seems. Will it have any success? It does. We got a duel between Pandoras with Twister versus Tidal. Tidal? Tidal trying to go in for those big hits. Trying to weaken Twister with its stamina, but it fails. Chain Dragon. Xiphoid Knight. Yeah, this one is the one where Xiphoid actually looks the part here. Next up we have Bolt versus Divine. Very good repeated attacks from Bolt here. Got Ruined Pandemonium against Stellar Hyperion. Is this the end of Pandemonium? Maybe. But we want to use it more, so I hope it went. Oh, okay, never mind. Flame Pandora, Hydra Kerbeus. Yeah, this is a battle of who wants it more, who wants to look better at the end, and that's Hydra Kerbeus. Okay, we got Gambit versus Whirl. We're non-stop with the barrage hits here. What's it gonna be? Whirl. Let's do Hydra versus Whirl Knight. These are the only ones that I think can kind of balance pretty well with the colors. Oi, big hits. Knight. Oh my god. There goes Ultimate. It's Pandemonium versus Bolt right now. It's their stadium. Are they going to take it? Bolt. Let's try to do another. Alright, let's go. Oh my god! Now that is a really good way to end off the video. So this was the stadium mod. Not only was it enhanced by UV black lights, so they have a big one and also little lights below to light it up, but with the combination, not only do the bays look well lit in the stadium, so the stadium's not just so dark when you're battling that it's a little bit rough, but they look better, and with the top light and everything, it is a major, major improvement. So that's going to be it for now. I guess this is kind of like a mini QuadStrike tournament. If you want to see us do maybe more marathons with this stadium, let me know. Or if you prefer the Thunder Edge, let me know. Anyways, as we are ending off, I want to mention that we have a store, which is an optional way to support the channel. We have TAKARA TOMY bays, you know, DB/BU. It is an optional way to support the channel. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. Please check out our store and support us. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and bye.